What's going on, lads? Today, that was terrible. But whatever. Today we're going to talk about what are heroes in training sessions, because I always get questions about what's the difference between your group training and other people's group training, like a sweaty boot camp or something like that. So we're going to go over the gist of heroes in training group sessions today in this video. And if you're a trainer, you could pick up something about, not that this is the perfect way to do it, there's 4 million ways to train people. Not that there's a lot of ways to train people. This is not perfect, but it is a system. And that's what I pride myself on doing. Systemizing a progression scheme to promote adherence and success. Because a lot of the time people just walk into a gym and they see like a random whiteboard workout, this is not a random whiteboard workout. A lot more effort goes into this than writing up a bunch of random stuff on the whiteboard and be like, today we're going to go for this, and then tomorrow we're going to go for that. Well, not even. Like, you just come in the morning and just write on the whiteboard. It's none of that. None. There is a system. There's structure. There's progression. There's regression. There's I'm Batman. Yes. Short story long, I'm Batman. And I have a plan for everything. So, I even have a general outline for the annual plan, so the macro cycle. I have a sort of understanding of what I'm going to do, over the next 12 months. And things change, but if things didn't change, I would have a sort of idea of where I'm going to go from where we are now. So we do 4-week mesocycles. You can do 8-week mesocycles, and I have thought about that because I do think that beginners sticking to something for a longer time will facilitate progress better than 4 weeks. 4 weeks is not that long. Or sometimes, I'll even think, geez, that person could have spent a little longer doing that exercise. That being said, the core fundamental exercises stay in the workouts, but sometimes, we might swap from a flat barbell bench press to an incline barbell bench press, and I'm like, could have just stuck with flat and this person would have seen better progress. However, I have to train a certain number of people at once, and in order to avoid monotony, and not like the calculated exercise science monotony, like literally just like monotony, which is sort of the same thing but not really, and increase variety and progress the exercises, I do like to keep it monthly. That being said, it is variety without change. So I don't just go ahead and just flip the workout on its freaking head. I progress certain exercises. We might add a pause, an eccentric. We might go from 2 arms to 1 arm or 1 arm to 2 arm. We keep it pretty similar so that you don't have to spend so long learning a new movement and you spend 4 weeks learning rather than progressing. And yes, learning is progressing, but I mean objectively, like weights didn't go up. You literally just spend the whole time being like, is my technique good? Or what a waste of time. Oh man, what's in my mouth? When you have braces on, it's like you have 20 meals. I do brush my teeth, more orthodontists which will never watch this, but I do brush them, floss, get around me. We do a daily undulation with a linear periodization. What does that friggin' mean? Well, we decrease the volume and increase the intensity, whether it be a percent of 1 RM, which I barely use with group training, or perceived rate of exertion every single week. So we actually do less reps every week and increase the weight every week. For not all exercises, but some. Some exercises I increase the reps. So we might do 8 single leg hip thrusts, and then we do 10, 12, and 15 by the end of the block. Not for everyone, of course, because some people can smash 20 single leg hip thrusts. So in that case, they do something a little bit different. I sort of have a easy, medium, and hard version of each exercise that we do. I don't write them down, but I know. So let's say we do back squats. If you've just started, you might just do a bodyweight mini band squat to the bench and then pop back up with no weight. You might do that for a couple of weeks, and then you do a goblet squat. And then hopefully, after a month, you're ready to throw a bar on your back. But I usually really milk a goblet squat. I really until you can't hold the dumbbell anymore, then you've earned the right to use a bar. Because why sort of do more than you have to? Why? Because there is more of a risk doing a back squat than a goblet squat, and back squats are not king. Strength is not king. This is my humble opinion. These are just tools in a toolbox that we can use to facilitate progress And when you see that progress, you will be quite motivated and you'll be more likely to adhere to the intervention. And with that adherence, you will become more successful in your fitness journey. So, speaking of strength, this does increase strength over time. And whilst I said it's not the be-all, end-all, it is a foundational quality for a lot of different tasks, especially with athleticism, which I've spelt wrong here, I'm pretty sure. Yay for sports science. All this, and with this decrease in volume, will actually promote a long-term increase in volume as the individual will be able to use more weight at a given intensity. So that means they'll be able to do more weight for more reps. Also, you might be thinking, oh my God, Michael's giving away his like group training stuff. Other personal trainers are going to come in and totally have a look at what he's doing and well, guess what? I don't really care. You know why? Because the delivery is what matters. We perform a full body every day from Monday to Saturday. I know, we're nuts. Oh my God. Now, and this is because I don't have anyone that trains 6 days a week. The most I've got is someone who trains 5 days a week. I have in the past had people do 6 days a week and they're fine. Nothing happens to them because all these acute exercise variables are manipulated in a way and the exercises are selected in a way that overlap is not, there is overlap like every day. You do a full body every day, how is it not overlap? But it's minimized. So why do we do it? So frequency, we got motor learning adaptations, really important for like just the conventional fitness goer to get better at performing these movements. Why? Because they are foundational for a lot of tasks that you need to perform just in day-to-day life, and you also get a muscle protein synthesis, whatever I'm doing with my hand, you also get a muscle protein synthesis response every day. How exciting. Exercises. I barely cycle out the main compound lifts. You'll always squat, bench, and deadlift, overhead press, row, and all that stuff. They stay in. Whether or not I vary them, it depends. Sometimes we'll do a straight bar deadlift, then we'll do a trap bar deadlift. But almost always, there is always the option to do other lifts. Why? Because everyone presents a different orthopedic profile and not everyone can do everything. Let's say we do a straight bar deadlift, there might be the option to do conventional or sumo. Sometimes it's just free reign and we do deadlifts. And if you want to do straight bar, great. Excuse me. If you want to do straight bar, great. If you want to do sumo, great with a straight bar. If you want to do a trap bar, which is what every time I do sort of like a flexible thing, the majority of people will pick a straight bar, a trap bar. It's easier to learn, a little bit safer, and you get better force outputs, and you can lift more with a trap bar with less risk. What more do you want? You don't have to straight bar. You don't have to do really anything to augment progress. It is just a tool to facilitate adherence or progress, adherence, and success. Each mesocycle, we will swap what dominates the program because Saturday is a metabolic conditioning modified strongman type workout. So I like it on a Saturday because if you do happen to train 6 days a week, there's no eccentrics. It's a little bit of a break from what we usually do, and it will probably augment recovery more so than bite into that volume because of the less mechanical tension and stress that is imposed on the body. So let's say this is mesocycle 1. We'll do Monday, Wednesday, Friday will be like a hinge sort of day. So we might do a deadlift on Monday, Wednesday we'll do RDLs, and then on Friday we'll do hip thrusts. And then Tuesday and Thursday will be more quad dominant, so we might do a front squat and then a back squat. Yes, we deadlift and then squat the next day, or squat and deadlift the next day. It's totally fine. You're not going to die. The acute exercise variables need to be manipulated in a way that obviously accounts for things like tissue tolerance and fatigue. But I've never had anyone get hurt because of accumulative stress and volume. And like I said, that's probably because a lot of people do not train every single day. So then, mesocycle 2 will swap Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So then it's more like anterior chain dominant, quad dominant on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then Tuesday and Thursday is like a trap bar deadlift and an RDL. In order to avoid monotony, you might do a straight bar deadlift one block and a staggered stance RDL the next, or the same block as its like accessory on another day. And then moving on into the next block, we might do a trap bar deadlift, a normal barbell RDL, and a barbell hip thrust on Friday for a high amount of reps as our daily undulation. In between, we'll do core, upper back. My upper back sort of velocities are a little bit like DeFranco's, Joe DeFranco's, for a variety of different reasons. He speaks about them and in a far more intelligent manner than I will. But one of the reasons I really like them is because they are quite low. They're quite a low stimulus metabolically, so they're quite easy to recover from and can be used as active rest. A really big component of these sessions is working with an allied health professional. So if you have a physio or something like that, you will, during your active rest, you will perform your physio exercises, because let's be real, who actually does? When they give you that piece of paper and they're like, you have to go home and do this, I do not know anyone that actually does it, and I'm like, this person is trying to help you. You need to go and do these exercises. Core exercises, we use mostly anti-movement patterns, anti-rotation, anti-lateral flexion, anti-extension, anti-who cares. But that does not mean we don't do crunches and stuff. I don't think crunches are terrible exercises. They're actually quite useful in terms of or any like leg raises. Everyone's like, a leg raise or a hip up is all just hip flexion, and it's not a core exercise. I'm telling you right now from experience, in terms of aesthetics, the best abs I ever had was when I used to do a bunch of heavy weighted leg raises. I trained them like every other muscle, and I was fine. Stop with the fear mongering. It's all G. This is only like a really brief outline of what these group sessions are all about, and it doesn't even come close to describing or really going over some of the work that goes into them in terms of progressions, regressions, acute exercise variable manipulation, accounting for individual differences during the sessions, etc. Hope you guys found that video informative, and if you're a personal trainer and you want to do group sessions, I really hope this helped you. Like I said, I don't really care if this is like me giving away a bunch of secrets, because there's nothing really special about it. I'm going to be totally honest. It's literally just a system to facilitate progress. If you have any questions about it, please leave a question in the comment section below. If you want to join Heroes in Training group sessions, by all means, do so. You can contact me on 044 838 0689. I'm always even happy to have a chat, and I do not talk like this. I do actually. So make sure you give me a buzz or a text. Speak to you in the next one. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.